Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach. And I wanted to talk about silence, right? Does silence make a man miss you? Um, the reality of the situation is most of the time, yes, it does. Depending on how it's applied, depending on the circumstance, depending on your situation. But understand that men are creatures of habit. So when they get used to something, for example, like the relationship, if you've invested time into a relationship and you've formulated a dynamic and you guys are used to each other and being around each other, that silence is incredibly loud. And they're going to want to know what's up. But I want to be very, very clear. So when you are applying the rule of silence, it should not be used as a punishment. There's something that I hear all the time, and it's she uses the silent treatment on me. And that's when you are actively in a relationship, right? And utilizing the silent treatment in a relationship is never good. It doesn't have a positive outcome. It's not productive. It's not efficient. It doesn't benefit the relationship in any way, right? And one of the things that I always talk about in my one-on-one coaching sessions, particularly with couples, is communication. If there are any issues in the relationship, those issues should be discussed. And it's what we call conflict resolution. So understanding what's at the core of the issue, what's the problem, identifying what those issues are, and sitting down and having a mature conversation about them. You have to ask yourself the tough questions, right? So instead of just silent treating your partner and trying to punish them for whatever it is that they did, understand that that's just going to continue, right? That cycle will continue because your partner's not going to learn what the actual mistake was. They're just going to assume that you're upset, and the way that you handle things is to just go quiet, as opposed to actually talk it through, have that discussion. So when we talk about does silence make your man miss you, if applied correctly? And the proper application would be in a no contact. So if you are in a situation in which you have broken up with your boyfriend, or there are issues in the relationship and you guys have discussed a possible separation or a possible divorce, going into a no contact phase can actually be incredibly healthy and beneficial for the relationship. And this is healthy silence because you are taking time for each other as independent individuals and working on your own things, working on yourselves, reevaluating your situation, reinvesting in yourself, reinventing yourself, doing the things that are necessary in order for you to be able to come back to the relationship a better version of yourself. Now, during this period, if you were just utilizing it to kind of sit there and mope and be in this negative mindset and be concerned the entire time whether your partner's going to miss you, or are they going to leave you, or are things never going to work out? Like if you get stuck into that mindset, there's no point to the no contact, right? Because you're not utilizing it well. It's not productive time. And this is oftentimes what I find in my one-on-one coaching sessions, right? So we talk about a no contact and somebody goes into that phase, but they're literally sitting there waiting for 30 days to be able to reach out to their partner again instead of utilizing the time well. Use the time well. Work on yourself. And sometimes when you're in a relationship, if you're in a relationship for a while, the two of you kind of mend together, right? So even though it's two individuals who are coming into the relationship, sometimes that line gets blurred and you start to feel like you're losing your sense of independence a little bit. Maybe you lost a little bit of your identity, and it is necessary to start setting boundaries and expectations. But it can be very difficult to do that if you're kind of in the thick of it, right? And if you're having relationship issues and you're arguing and you're fighting, it's hard to be able to focus and logically say, what are the things that we need to work on? Which is why silence is incredibly beneficial, especially during these times. So the question, again, the original question is, will silence make my man miss me? And the answer is yes, it will, because it also allows you to be able to, like I said, work on yourself and become that person that you've always wanted to become. And they're going to see those changes happening. Through the utilization of social media, maybe through word of mouth from friends or people that you share acquaintances with, whatever the case may be, the energy that you are putting out is the energy that you will receive. So put out positive energy, put out good energy, put out energy that proves that you are an independent person and you can carry on with your life and do what you have to do. Another one is just, let's say, for example, you come across your ex on the street, right? Or you're at a party, or you're at a bar, or you're at a restaurant. Obviously, I know right now with COVID, bars probably are not exactly possible, but it is possible for restaurant situations. It is possible for even just to be running errands or going to Friday market or Sunday market, whatever the case may be. If you run into your ex, silence can be the loudest thing in that moment, because if you guys see each other, there's kind of like this weird, awkward pressure anticipation to speak to each other. Now, you don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. It can literally just be in passing, like a, hey, how are you doing? Hope things are well, and just continue on with your day, right? That's going to speak volumes to them, because they're probably expecting there to be some kind of interaction, or for you to kind of be fiending for them and want to go and speak to them and talk to them. But if you're not, and you're doing your own thing, and you're being independent you and having a good time and continuing to have a good time after that interaction, that's really going to catch their attention. And that's also a form of silence, right? Because you're not overly communicating. You're not trying to figure out what they've been doing and how their day is. It literally is just a hello and a goodbye. So utilizing those techniques, utilizing silence well, can be incredibly beneficial and will absolutely result in your partner missing you. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I love having open dialogue with people. So, if this is something that you related to, as I had mentioned before, or you feel like I missed something, or you're currently in this situation or know somebody, please leave your comments. I'd love to read all of them. Maybe you just want to know a little bit more. You want to dive in a little bit deeper. You can visit us at happilycommitted.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs and videos related to this subject and many other subjects as well. Maybe you want a one-on-one coaching session with myself or another one of the amazing coaches that we have on the team. You can do that directly through the website as well. Again, my name is Danny, guys. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you guys are having a good day. See you guys soon.